Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at that NFL game between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
Doing great, Dax. This is one of those games where I think we're going to get some value in the betting line based on public perception with the Patriots coming off that big victory against the Bengals.
Yeah, they definitely got their shit straight last week. Him and Brady and Belichick pretty much did everything that they could to get that blowout game against the Bengals last week. But knowing the fact that these teams actually know themselves pretty well, do you think that Brady's actually going to be able to improve his 22-2 career record against the Bills this Sunday?
That's the most wins for any NFL quarterback over another opponent among active signal callers. And of course, Brady, 54 touchdowns and 19 interceptions in that situation. And more importantly for our viewers, 22-2 straight up, 14-9, 14-9-1 against the spread. It's hard not to like Brady in this matchup, but the Bills have a much better defense than in previous years.
Yeah, now, Jeff, I don't know if you watched that Buffalo Lions game last week, but what a catch Sammy Watkins had. I mean, the pass was pretty much overthrown by Orton, and it was a bad pass, but he caught it and actually put them in field goal range to win that game. Now, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Orton starting again in this game, but he's not the best quarterback out there. Now, I know he brings a lot of experience to this team, but, I think that that's the only thing. Now, what do you think that he's going to actually bring to this young Bills offense, Jeff?
He brings a lot more experience and stability to a young offense. He has plenty of weapons, two major running backs in Jackson and Spiller, and some weapons on the outside. You mentioned Sammy Watkins. Also, Robert Woods is a playmaker, and this group will be able to extend a defense that's not exactly the fastest defense in the NFL that New England brings. It's more of a pounding defense because of where they play, and of course, the Patriots often have home field advantage during the playoffs, so that's the way that Bill Belichick builds his defenses. And also, Dax, Orton just needs to get the ball in the hands of those playmakers, and he was 30 of 43 for 308 yards last week against what many believe is a top 10, 15 defense in the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, and last year the Pats actually, they won both of the games that they played against the Bills, and they rushed for 425 combined yards. Now, do you think that we could actually see a little bit more of that, considering the fact that they don't have LeGarrette Blount anymore, and they now have to rely on Shane Vereen and Fumble Ridley?
You know what? I don't think the Patriots are going to have that type of success because Brady has not been able to throw the ball downfield as accurate as he has in the past. And really, Rob Gronkowski is really the only player that he can throw the football to more than 20 yards down the field. Also, in looking at this game earlier this morning, I really circled the fact that Buffalo really has the ace up its sleeve in having linebacker Brandon Spikes. Why is that important? Because Spikes spent a lot of time facing Brady and that offense as a member of the Patriots, and he's really been a big reason why the Bills have gone from one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL to one of the best in 2014.
I'm thinking Brady might get a little bit more help now since he's actually got this other kid on the other side, the tight end, Tim Wright, I believe it's his name. I think he's going to actually have a little bit more on that. But in this case, knowing all that, who are you going to lean on for this game?
It's much easier to develop a new player under the circumstance the Patriots were in last week. They were obviously ready to go after a poor performance on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. And also, young players often perform better when playing at home than on the road. This is one of the toughest road environments that the Patriots have every year. They play, of course, in the division, so they have to make this trip. And I found the betting movement, the line movement in this game fascinating when I was researching this game, Dax, is the fact that Pinnacle Sports opened up the Patriots as 3.5-point road favorites. That line went up to 4 and stayed at 4 for less than 10 minutes. Now this morning, the first move down to 2.5 at Pinnacle Sports. I think that movement suggests that 4 was the peak. And if you can get 3, get 3. I like the Buffalo Bills not only to cover the game, but to win this game in straight-up fashion.
Oof, risky. I think I like Buffalo, too, to cover, but I don't know about winning the game. Anyways, my man, it's always a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing it again next Monday.
Thank you, Dax, and I got to leave you with this sports betting trend. I know the Patriots look good as a 3-point favorite, even 2.5, but they're just 2-4 straight up and against the spread as road favorites of 3 or fewer points since 2012.
Yeah, and I agree, man. I think that Buffalo can cover. I just don't know how about coming, to win that game. But anyways, man, thanks a lot. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.